Ever feel like you're building a relationship that's ready to weather any storm? Like, not just survive, but actually come out stronger?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. Emotional resilience as a couple.
And I'm so glad we're talking about this because, resilience, it's not just about how tough you are as an individual,
Right,
right?
right.
It's about the strength you build together.
Totally. So how do we even start to think about that? Like, what does that even look like in a relationship?
Well, I think it really boils down to this deep sense of knowing that no matter what craziness life throws your way, you've got each other's backs.
Mm.
That kind of unwavering support, especially when things get tough, that's where the real magic happens. It just strengthens your bond in a way that nothing else can.
It's so interesting you say that because one of the things that just kept popping up in our research for this idea of support, but like almost like a superpower.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not about, swooping in with all the answers or trying to fix everything for your partner.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's about showing up authentically, being present, and just validating their emotions.
So like if my partners, let's say they're going through a super stressful time at work, instead of me jumping in with advice,
Yeah.
I might just say something like, wow, babe, that sounds incredibly tough. I'm here for you.
Exactly. You got it. It's all about creating that safe space, that judgment-free zone where they can be vulnerable and truly feel heard.
Mm.
And that, my friend, is what builds deep, deep trust and security. And those are the cornerstones of navigating any challenge life throws your way.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of challenges, can we talk about stress for a second?
Oh, yes, please.
I mean, life can feel like a constant obstacle course sometimes, am I right?
Tell me about it. It really can. And that's why, we talk a lot about self-care, but making time for stress-relieving activities as a couple,
Yes.
that's crucial.
So important. And it makes me think of that old saying, the couple that laughs together stays together.
Right.
But maybe swap out laughs with like goes on a stress-busting hike together or something.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Right.
The key here is finding activities you both genuinely enjoy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's cooking together, taking a dance class, or even just cuddling up with a good book. These little shared rituals, they become these powerful buffers against stress.
Totally. It's like creating these little pockets of joy and connection, even when everything else feels chaotic.
Exactly.
And you know what else I think can really help navigate those choppy emotional waters that we all find ourselves in sometimes?
Oh, tell me.
It's open and honest communication, right?
You read my mind. We're talking about building that open emotional highway.
Yes.
And this highway, my friend, this is not the place for emotional road rage. It's about, again, creating that space where you can both of you can express your full range of emotions. Joys, anxieties, fears, you name it, no judgment.
Right. So instead of letting all those feelings just fester and build up, you're actively choosing to address them head on, but like together.
Precisely. And I think scheduling regular emotional check-ins like you would any other important meeting can be so helpful.
Oh, I love that.
It's a dedicated time to just press pause and really express what's truly on your mind. And it doesn't have to be this big, heavy thing. It's just a check-in.
Right.
And that prevents resentment from simmering beneath the surface and ultimately strengthens your connection.
Yeah. And, it strikes me that there's kind of this common thread that runs through all of this, right?
Oh, yeah.
The support, dealing with stress, open communication, it all kind of boils down to teamwork, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that's where the real magic of resilience comes in. When you make
Yeah.
that conscious decision to approach challenges as a team, you've got a shared sense of purpose, a commitment to problem solving together. You develop this unshakable, we're in this together mentality.
It's like you're building your own little fortress of love, brick by emotional brick.
Love that. And every challenge you overcome together, every obstacle you navigate as a team, it just adds another layer of strength to that fortress.
So true. And just as important as navigating those tough times, I think, is celebrating the wins.
Yeah.
Both big and small.
Yes. Celebrating the wins. This is so crucial and so often overlooked.
Right.
Because taking the time to recognize and celebrate your resilience, those moments where you faced adversity head on and emerged stronger, that just reinforces that resilience for the future.
It's like giving yourselves a high five for a job well done.
Exactly. And here's the cool part. There's actual science behind this.
No way.
Oh, yeah. When you celebrate your wins, no matter how small, it triggers the release of all those feel-good hormones in your brain.
Amazing.
Right. And that creates this positive feedback loop, making it way more likely you'll tap into that resilience again in the future.
I love that. All right, so as we start to wrap up this deep dive, here's something I want you to think about. Think back to a recent challenge, maybe even just a small one,
Mm.
that you and your partner faced together. How did each of you react in the moment? Did your individual responses strengthen your bond or maybe cause a little friction? And what's one small change you can make, even just starting today, to approach future obstacles as a stronger, more resilient team?